Hey everybody, this is David at Barnyard Bees, and what you can see right here is goldenrod. It's December 2nd, and this patch is off the side of the road, so I just pulled over to show you. And there's some little, they're like those little miniature dandelions, not dandelions, like daisies, I guess. And I just had spotted 2 or 3 honeybees there, and I don't see them now. Maybe they'll come back. But anyway, I did a video similar to this about the goldenrod and whatever the part of the country you're in. I pretty well thought it was gone, but there's still little patches here and there, and it's still good, it's still viable. Now, I don't know if there's any bees right around this area, very many of them. I know there's a few because I just saw a couple on those little flowers. But if you would, whatever part of the country you're in, again, report back. And I just want to say, and it gives everybody else kind of an idea too, of how long people's goldenrod is lasting, how long it's. Now ours is mostly gone. There'll be little spots here and there, about like this, that there'll be spots just spread, you know, a little bit here and a little bit there, but not many, not much. The patch that I filmed, when was it? I think in November, sometime in it may have been the first week of November. I can't remember now, but that patch is pretty well dead. We had a couple pretty good hard freezes. It's got down to probably about 22 degrees one night, so it got pretty chilly. But some of this goldenrod it's really, it can stand up to the cold temperatures. But anyway, there's that, and then I want to show you our feeder while we're on here. But if everyone would report back, please, and give us an idea, and give other people idea how people's goldenrod, and you know, and let us know if your bees are still bringing in pollen or not. So let's go down to my bee yard, and I'll show you the pollen feeder. Okay, we're back in our bee yard now. As you can see, today they are absolutely taking this pollen really heavy, and actually they was even on this even heavier probably 2 hours ago. It's starting to cool down just a little bit. The bees were extremely flighty out of the hives, and I don't know if you can make them out on the camera or not, but they are just a lot of activity today. It got up to about 70, pretty close to 70 degrees anyway, so they was moving very well. The last few days it's been rainy and cold, and that's another reason that they're tearing up the feeders so much now. And but anyway, I just wanted to show you, because I try to keep doing updates on stuff in our area in North Georgia, you know, as far as the goldenrod and our feeder, our pollen feeder. In our opinion, it's very important to keep pollen fed to your bees, because there's so many times come springtime or in the wintertime or whenever that you'll have a dead out, and you'll go look, and the hive will just be packed full of honey, and you know you did everything right. You know you did your mite treatments. You know there was no moisture in the hive. Everything looked good except the bees were just dead, and they'd even be dead on a frame of honey. And then a lot of people don't stop and look and can't even remember, because it didn't even enter their mind Well, what about the pollen? How much pollen was in the hive? And a lot of people don't take into account that if those bees run out of pollen, they're dead. It's a protein source that they gotta have. And some beekeepers agree and some don't, but I'm just telling you by experience and what we experience. Now, a lot of people say, hey, don't feed pollen. It's going to increase your brood so much and it's going to starve them out, or they'll go in cluster and then the bees on the outside of the cluster will, bees will pretty much, they're throttled down anyway. This is not going to overwhelmingly make these bees like it's spring, because the bees know the shortness of daylight. That's the biggest trigger to these bees. It's not so much the pollen, but it is some, but also the amount of daylight that you have, and of course the cold temperatures, and they factor in all these factors when it comes to them making brood and the amount of brood that they make. So it's just not the pollen, and a lot of people tell you that, and look, I'm just telling you by experience. The ones telling you that, go to their bee yard in the spring and see how many bees they got. That's one thing I can tell you if you want to find out for sure about that, because I've been there and done that, and they just don't have any bees come spring. So, having said that, I think it's very important. So that's about it for today. Don't forget, if you want packages and nukes, now's the time to order them. Would be a great Christmas gift. Also, we have gift cards. I don't think I mentioned that in the last video. We have gift cards for any of you that don't know what to get a beekeeper. And a lot of people will say, well, they would get their spouse a gift, but they just don't know what to buy. Well, you can get them a gift card, and then they can cash that gift card in at their store and get whatever they want. So that's an excellent gift. So don't forget, I'm not sure if it's on our website yet. We was working on getting the gift cards on the website, but if not, just call the store 706-971-2700. Right now, we're open Tuesdays from 10 till 5 and Saturdays from 10 till 2, and that's it. So within those 2 days, if you call to order. Otherwise, anything as far as ordering packages, nukes, supplies, anything and everything pertaining to bees, we got them. We got these big feeders if you need them. We got the Ultra Bee, bee suits, smokers, whatever you would like, we got there at barnyardbees.com. So don't forget, click on the little bell. You'll be notified of new and upcoming videos. Like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Barnyard Bees.